The big story in sports media, Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe finally, getting a divorce because they seem to clearly hate each other. Anyway, people are saying that this is all Skip's fault, that Shannon's right to leave and all this. What? This is what I totally hate about sports TV these days. This idea that these former athletes can come on and be better at sports talk than journalists and seasoned radio hosts. It's just ridiculous and frankly rude to our proud profession, isn't it right, Tony?
It's a toxic situation because these Hall of Fame athletes on TV now, they just naturally assume they know more about sports because they, were in locker rooms and actually on the field. And that's a real problem.
It's just terrible, ruining the whole foundation of what our proud industry of sports talk radio is built on. We understand, and Skip Bayless understands too, that the only way to have true perspective on sports is to have no direct association with it at all. That's how you remain objective, right?
Exactly. You got to be objective.
Yep. And, perfect segue there, Tony, as usual, because I see our guest coming on the line. So let's bring him on the Fusco Satellite Network.
Fusco Satellite Network.
All right, our guest today hosts his own show, Fearless, with Jason Whitlock on Blaze Media. Used to be on ESPN, FS1, and a bunch of other networks that, quote-unquote, parted ways with him. Who knows what happened there.
Parted ways.
But that does make himself an expert on the topic we're about to discuss. So let's bring him in. Jason Whitlock, welcome back to the show.
Welcome back to the show.
Yeah, on the Cryon, put expert in parting ways. Jason Whitlock, expert in
Well, first of all, it's a chyron. So congratulations on knowing this business.
Yeah.
But cryon does seem to fit your style of media. So maybe it wasn't a misspeak.
Exactly.
Anyway, all right, let's just move on.
Yep.
Rough start there for you, Jason, but we'll let you bring it back.
It's okay. You can still make up ground here.
You only have 20, 30 years in TV. Maybe you need one more. All right. Let's start with the Skip and Shannon breakup. All right. It sounds like they really did not like each other at the end there.
Now, got rough there.
We all know you have worked on many debate shows where, people started at the end to, let's say, take umbrage with you, co-hosts, directors, producers, network heads, wardrobe people,
hair and
audiences.
Makeup.
Yeah. But now we want to know, whose side are you taking here, Skip or Shannon's?
That's a tough, because I think they both have, compelling arguments. They both have a side to their story. I didn't like the way Shannon handled the Damar Hamlin deal and threw Skip Bayless under the bus. I didn't like that at all. I have to admit, Shannon did become the driving force on that show. He was the star of that show, and I have to admit that. But did Shannon treat Skip properly, in my view? The Damar Hamlin situation, throwing him under a bus, I didn't like that at all, and I understand why that doomed the relationship from Skip's point of view. Skip's controlling, treated, I think in Shannon's mind, treated Shannon as inferior and a stepchild for 7 straight years, and probably should have given up some ground and made it more of a 50-50 relationship in terms of topics on the show and things like that. Because I think Shannon had earned that. He was the star of that show.
That is the longest we've ever let anyone talk on this show. So congratulations to you, because
I admittedly took a nap during that answer.
Oh, sorry. But okay, anyway.
Yeah.
He's on to something, right? We got a problem with these athletes on TV.
Exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah. These Hall of Fame athletes, they think they know more than journalists because, they've been in the locker rooms and on the field. But
so what?
That doesn't mean they know more than journalists.
Exactly. So isn't Shannon, from a journalistic point of view, actually inferior to Skip?
Yeah, what about journalism?
From a journalistic point of view, no question about it.
There you go.
Look, I thought it was a terrible look the way Shannon turned into a groupie for LeBron James.
Yup.
Shannon's a Hall of Fame NFL player, and he went on TV for 5-6 straight years pretending to be a LeBron James groupie. I thought that was beneath Shannon, and it certainly isn't journalistically sound. And so, Skip, the superior journalist, but Shannon, the superior personality.
That is so well said. You know, Tony, see this is what we're
getting
at.
Agreement. Forget debate shows. Agreement shows.
This embrace debate is stupid. That's why we're saying erase debate. This is how it should be. Three people getting together to agree on things.
Yes, no more embrace debate. That's over.
Let me say this. Didn't you? I thought it was hilarious when Shannon grabbed a Kleenex on his last day and acted like he was wiping away tears. Skip, when you lay your head down at night, I just want you to say one thing. I gave you everything I had. I gave you everything I had. That was comical to me. It was like, hold on, man. Y'all weren't at war. Y'all weren't playing football or basketball games. But I gave you everything I had.
Wow. Honestly, I'm kind of moved by this recreation so much.
Yeah, that got very emotional.
Are you saying that Shannon Sharpe was faking it? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, those two. You can't be liking tweets calling Skip a piece of doo-doo and then the next day be on air talking about, I love you, Skip. Thank you so much.
Wow, send this to the sports Emmys.
That's what he was doing. Exactly. And it was a performance where Skip is a bit more authentic.
You know, Tony, I do agree. Skip Bayless. When I think of authenticity in this business, I think of Skip Bayless.
Yep.
And I also think of you, Jason. And you want to know why? Because even when you have takes that are terrible, you stick by them.
Yeah.
Now, I saw an article. I saw an article you posted today. Here was the title of the article. I'm going to read this to you. Nikola Jokic's indifference to NBA greatness speaks to the pitfall of globalism. So that begs the question, when you wrote that article, were you trying to get as few people to read it as humanly possible?
No, I was not. I was trying to use sports to make a bigger point about society at large. That's what I do all the time. Guys.
Sounds fascinating, but all right, keep going.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see. I want to hear this take here.
So I was connecting it to the larger thing that's going on at large. When you start bringing in foreign talent and different cultures to America, you start losing the identity of your institutions, like the NBA or whatever.
No. I got two words.
Are you kidding me?
You wrote this whole article. I got two words to refute it.
Yep.
Give it to him, Tony.
Joel Embiid.
There you go. Joel Embiid comes over to this country and immediately wins a title. And of course, we're talking about the scoring title, which in many ways is more impressive than an NBA title. You got to beat 500 players. You can't rely on your team to do it to you.
You can't have your teammates do it for you.
Now what do you say? Joel Embiid proves you're totally wrong.
Did you listen to the Doc Rivers interview with Bill Simmons?
Right, stop listening to Doc Rivers on in the middle of Game 7, just like the rest of the Sixers.
Yeah.
Those guys are hard to coach, man. Joel Embiid, good player, but I don't think he takes the game seriously enough.
Scoring title, 33 points a game.
Yeah. What's your scoring average? From what I heard of going on in Los Angeles, it's 0.
Yeah, 0 in Los Angeles.
Yeah. We heard your Saturday nights are pretty empty there, Whitlock.
Yep.
In Nashville, too.
That's accurate. That's
accurate. That's called journalism.
That's how you do it right there.
That's how you do journalism. Learn, Whitlock. See, we did the backstory on you. Now, on the subject of journalism, you're gonna love this. In fact, you're gonna kick yourself for not realizing
Watch this. Listen to this.
You like a conspiracy, right? You do, but you kind of whiffed on this one.
Yep.
In the past week, we've seen two athletes from the same random country win major championships.
Yep.
You got Novak Djokovic, a Serbian. He goes and wins the French Open. Then you got another Serbian, Nikola Jokic. He wins the NBA Finals. It makes no sense how this random country is producing all these dominant athletes unless you look at one thing, Jason. Chernobyl. Nuclear accident 40 years ago. And all of a sudden now you got genetic mutations now appearing in the population over there. You got a 7-footer who can shoot 3-pointers like a small person. Makes no sense unless you think about it. Your thoughts?
I'm gonna have to give this some thought, man. This is like the first time I ever saw a loose change about 9/11. It blew my mind.
Yeah, see, he's jealous, Tony.
He's jealous.
What's going on
he's jealous.
Serbia? Maybe the nuclear thing has, empowered these guys and made them special athletes. I'm going to have to give this some thought.
Just come out and admit it. Say, Paulie Tony, that is the finest piece of journalism I've ever heard. I bow.
Nothing I wrote ever came close to it. Yeah.
No, I'm not going to say that.
See, I know it. I knew it.
You know, let me just tell you something, Jason.
Yeah.
Your ego's too big. But you know what's also big? It's the door. And I'm going to throw you right out of it right now.
Because you're off the show.
You're off the show.
I just got done exercising. I need to go eat.
I'm exercising my right to kick you out.
We're exercising you off the show from possessing the show. Bye. See ya.
You know what this means.
Oh, get out of here, Jay. Hang up the phone.
Yeah. We're number one.
Number one is what that means.
Fusco Satellite Network.
Is he off the line?
Jay, hang up the phone.
There you have it, people. That's officially the 19th show that Jason Whitlock has been thrown off of.
Yup. At some point, we got to Whitlock him out of the show. He can't come on anymore.
There, well said, Tony.